continue until we see that we've done this. So far, what it wanted is the system wanted us to install, to instruct it to approve it to install the DOM PDF so that you can be able to download PDF reports. We've done that, and now this is the report that you're having so far. Installed. This is how you can test it. We don't want to go there. Next step, implement this. So CRUD forms and members. So I'm just going to say proceed. Implementing. So those commands, really it takes a couple of minutes, and it will continue doing so until we see. So if you can see that we are still moving on, we are not stopping, we are continuing. We are continuing, and we hope you're learning something actually by being here. We hope that you're really learning something, that we are doing something that is helping. So far what is happening is that we are working on installing Docker and running Docker. Docker is where we have that build for database and everything in there. So we are really having a technical problem. So you can see the system is still working, is still running. Facing challenges with the internet, and what can we do now? But we'll just continue nevertheless. If you really are following through, we've not seen anything yet. What we've seen is just a snippet of, it's just a tip of the iceberg, as they say, a tip of the iceberg. We've not seen anything yet. So what we've done is just build the code, and we are still moving on to see that the code is actually going to work. That's what we want, to ensure that the code is actually going to work. And yeah, so that's what we are doing. We are working on that to ensure that everything runs without any challenge whatsoever. So far we've had the code. Our files are here. We've already built everything. Now we are working on the database. So the database has to be also developed, and then we need to run it. So Laravel is working. Docker file is being built. So create members, blade, views, index, and everything. Add Docker files, Docker compose, Docker PHP, Docker file, and everything there. So that's what we're doing right now. And I hope you're following through. If you're here and watching us, please join in and say hi, and just so we can be able to see that you are actually watching. Yeah, we need to know that you're watching. We need to see. Maybe I'm speaking alone. I cannot see anything from there. I cannot see now. Before I was seeing, but something happened and it's like frozen. Maybe the system is really doing too much. So anyways, we are continuing with this, and as we continue, I'm also going to take you back to something else. Let me send you back to the browser so we can be able to talk about actually other things. But the system is still running. Yeah, we're not stopping, continuing. So we have we talked about Casa, we talked about Windsurf, we talked about these ideas that we are developing. So this first step usually when you come up with these ideas is look at these ideas and build on those ideas individually. You don't say that because these ideas are in this category, then I'm going to collapse them into one and then really generalize it. It's not going to work. I mean, you'll stay there because you're not specific. The thing is that your goal has to be very specific, super specific. You need to be able to target a specific market that you're looking at. If you're not able to analyze your market and to know the problems that that market is facing, then you are not going to come up with a unique product. You're just going to come up with any product that anybody can build, a general product. As I'm saying, look into the environment that you are. Look at the things that people are complaining about. Those are the opportunities that you need to look into. How are file systems working? Let's look at this idea. For example, AI tutor for students. Everybody needs this. You know, an AI tutor. We have Siri who is doing us, lots of things. We have Skillshare for Africa. This is the category of education and learning. Skillshare for Africa. So this is peer-to-peer skill teaching hub. So for example, you have skills. Everybody who is already online and they are into eager to learn different technical skills, they know about Skillshare. So Skillshare is a web app whereby people with different skills like photography, web design, graphic design, even public speaking, different skills, soft skills, they come there and offer their courses. So people come and then watch them and they learn and they pay a certain amount of money. So you can build that peer-to-peer skill teaching hub where users can earn from the video lessons and live workshops. Exam Pro Portal, you can have that one. Language Learning Companion, and then we have School Parent Portal. These are in education. Community and development is another area that you maybe want to focus on. So when you look into this area, we have Youth Volunteer Network, connect NGOs and community projects to volunteers nearby. Usually we've seen this kind of volunteer programs usually is organizations that are abroad in those America and Britain and those countries, in the Western countries. They have websites and really citizens from those countries then apply to come. If you are, for example, in Africa and you maybe in Nigeria and you wanted to be part of that volunteer program, if you go to that website, you cannot apply because it's not yours. So can you come up with a system like that for Africans who can be able to volunteer and do exchange programs? I want to volunteer in Namibia, for example. Can I do that? Can I apply and go do that? So we need to do that, okay? Have a public service tracker. Citizens can log local government services, issues, waste management, water, roads, and monitor progress. This is accountability. I think, is a very unique idea where you want to keep check of these places. Yeah, you know that you've elected people, they go stay in whichever amount of years they want to stay in office, but they cannot really be accountable for the duration of time that they've been there. That's a very serious problem, right? So come up with an idea like this public service tracker. Can we track these places? I think this is a very interesting idea and I'm going to build it with you. Have farmers marketplace, connect farmers to buyers, transporters, and wealth data with price comparison. So this is also another unique idea. So you know how different places buy certain kinds of products. You have vegetables. How are vegetables being? What is the price of vegetables? Certain vegetables in this locality. What are the prices of certain commodities in the other locality? Then compare, so that farmers can be able to see the opportunities that they have in their localities and in those other places. Another thing is disaster relief coordination tool. Crowdsource information during floods, droughts, or emergencies. This is a very nice one also, because people need to get that information, and even go a step further, give alerts so that you can be able to communicate direct to those communities that have been vastly affected with these disasters. So it's a good idea. Health outbreak schedulers. Scheduler. So clinics use it to organize rural outreach days and track patients. I don't think this system exists, and if it exists, then it's not with most of these local health institutions. So look at that and then come, build it, go, sell it out there. Sometimes you might not think about selling it, but just do it and then go impact in your community. You have, you need to ensure that, data is data. Lifestyle and wellness. These are categories that I'm just giving you so you can be able to know what we'll be building in the coming few days. Mental health journal. So daily reflections plus AI therapy bot plus progress tracker for emotional values. Fitness and diet coach, personalized plans and recipe recommendations using BMI and local food data. Time detox app. I don't know any of these things that I'm reading actually, so time detox app. Track daily digital usage and suggest focus sessions and productivity challenges. Event planner dashboard. I think this one is a good one. Manage weddings, conferences, but I know this already. There are some web apps that are doing this. In Africa, we don't have most of those things, right? So we need to come up with a way to really fix this and come up with those kind of things. Neighborhood safety app. Yeah. Real-time alerts and map of incidents integrated with emergency hotlines. That's a good one for the response unit. Creators and media. Now let's go to creators and media. This is where lots of innovation and technology has been in it. So we have content planner dashboard. Right now people are using something called is it Notion? Notion is a free one. I think there's a premium set for it, but this is just how it is. Track social media posts, analytics, and ad spend for small brands. AI video script writer. Input topic, get scene ideas, dialogues, and camera directions for creators. This is like amazing. Once you build this, you have solved a problem that most content creators are having today, and this one you can build actually. Podcast management hub. Upload, edit, publish, and distribute podcasts to Spotify or Apple. That's a good one. Talent portfolio builder, online portfolio generator for artists, filmmakers, and photographers. This is a good one actually. Yeah, because usually when you apply for this job, somebody is giving you a job to do, and you're a creator, filmmaker, whatever. They need a portfolio for you. Now we need a standard approach, because some of them looks like their company brochures. They don't look like a portfolio. It's not, we are in the creative industry. When you're doing a portfolio, make it look so creatively done, not something that looks like it's a newspaper. Yeah. So coming up with a talent portfolio builder is a nice one. Yeah. Community TV hub, live stream local events. I think this is just too much. Local events. From these ones, I'm not seeing anything that interesting except for the portfolio. The podcast, this AI thingy here, I think is good. Bonus. Let me go back. So we were here on finance and commerce. WhatsApp CRM for SMEs. This one is already. I've seen some scripts already out there published on Code Canyon, which you can be able to buy for like $49, and the SaaS one, which is like $69, and there is even a Windows operating one that you can be able to install in your machine at around $99. So people are already doing this. So what is stopping me and you from doing it? Of course, we'll say time. We have all the time in the world. We're still young. We are still in that area where now you see I'm sitting with you because I think it's really high time for me to also, speak out. And the more I'm speaking with you with this kind of information, it's also sinking into in me so that I can be able to do something, brainstorm. This is brainstorming session, and I'm also brainstorming. Maybe this idea that I'm pitching out here, the idea that I'm going to be building and selling out there. So, but the market is really huge. The demand is really high. So you don't have to limit yourself that and gatekeep. You cannot serve everybody, right? There are people who know other people who know other people that you might never meet, right? But just by you sitting in front of a camera and sharing this information and the knowledge, then these people are getting those opportunities to do something and also earn a living from it. So that's, if I was a company, I would say that is my CSR to you people. So thank you so much. If you're here, just say hello. It's really, if you're getting my sound, if it's sounding too technical, just tell me how are you finding this? Is it too much technical or is it that easy? As we continue, let's switch back to our Windsurf and see what is actually happened there. You can see our scheduler. Okay, so here is what we have so far. Let's see status. Laravel 11 Breeze setup, DB schema implemented and migrated, models with relations and fileables, seeded demo data, admin, treasurer, member, and plus sample transaction, role middleware added and registered, routes protected by role, dashboard metrics plus enhanced views, monthly reminder job implemented and scheduled, reports index, monthly PDF download in place, members module, full CRUD, control bled plus views. Okay, Docker added PHP, Nginx, MySQL and everything. Proposed next implementations. Contributions CRUD. So these are the next implementation that we need to also look. Loans CRUD, payouts. This CRUD is create, read, basic validations and flash messages across forms, minimum audit logging and on financial actions. This is sounding so technical, but this is the report that Windsurf is giving us. How to run SQLite quick start. So this is how it's going to be. PHP artisan serve, login with these admin credentials. So you have admin at chama.test and then password, treasurer chama.test, password, member chama.test. Okay, optional. Run with Docker MySQL plus MySQL. I can update env automatically if you want. Otherwise, set DB on another setup. So and then you need to ensure that it's running on this port 8080. Scheduler and queues. Next step. These are the next steps. So let me just test that port and see actually what's happening. Local and then that port. So let me switch to the browser so we can be able to be on the same page. I'm just going to see whether the port, to see nothing is actually happening because we've coded and now we need to ensure that the database is running. So I'll just go back to that, and the best way, I think, we need to do that thing called Docker. So I need to say run with Docker plus MySQL. So this one I'll just copy and paste it here. So everything here, I'm just putting it 100% built, run, implemented, configured by AI. I'm just giving it a few commands. And then as we do that, we also want to say thank you so much for those people who are watching so far. If you're here, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for joining. Also say hello. Just say hello. How are you? So I really can't even keep track of time, because I said we must finish this code that we started. We have to finish it. We started, we have to finish it. We're not going to stop until we finish this code. Yeah, and if we reach a section whereby we are stuck, then we can really find a way to just postpone it for until another day that we can be able to come and finish it. But today we are really focused on ensuring that we build this thing to the end. That's our main target. So here we have so I don't know, Docker is not running. Why is this saying run with this? I'll bring up Docker stack php stack containers. So let me see whether the browser is actually working. Still we don't have, so I'm just going to run my Docker here. Docker is an application that why some applications are not seen here. Docker. So Docker, I've just launched Docker. So let me update the information here. I have launched Docker, and I want it configured. So the system can fully be built for production. So that's what I'm going to do. I've just given that guide so it can be able to proceed, and we wait to see how it's going to do that. We wait to see how it's going to do that. So here, create Docker compose production.yaml and environment guidance for production. Provide deployment commands and optimization steps. So far what you have is that this code is already ready to run. What is missing is the database, because the thing is, when you have a system, it has to, because you're dealing with tables, you need to ensure that everything is running properly, everything is being tracked, and every set of information is really configured properly. So that's why we need systems like Docker. I'm just going to delete a couple of things from my Docker. Docker service. There are some things which were there, of course. I'm just deleting those so I can have a clean system. A clean system, and then it can be able to install that, run the database there, and then you can be able to have credentials and then log in, and then you can see the overview. I'm really interested to see that. That is the thing that when you see, you will see that this is actually, it's a payoff that satisfaction of seeing the product being done. It takes time. Sometimes you can sit for hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, but it's really worth it compared to you staying for months, or compared to you paying too much money to web developers or system developers. So those are some of the basic reasons why we choose to do this. And it's getting late, I know, but it's really worth the time. It's interesting, very, very much interesting. So add Docker Compose. These are the two things to ensure that it's ready for production. After that, what I'm going to ask it is to confirm whether the system is ready for preview on browser. So after that, this one, when it's done, that's the question that I'm going to ask it. I'm going to ask it, is the web application ready for browser preview? Because right now we cannot preview anything, as you've seen already. We cannot preview anything. So we'll just ask it whether it is really ready for browser preview. Yeah, still nothing is installed on that. I'm not seeing any builds. So the builds that were there, I'm just going to delete them. Yeah, I'm deleting those builds that were there before. Because these builds, when they are there sometimes and you've already finished with them, usually they bring conflicting it jams the system sometimes, and really it's not a good thing. When it starts jamming the system, you don't have a way to really fix it. All these images have NDX, Nginx, OmniPay, Postgres, CRM app. Yeah. So we wait as we keep giving it approvals to continue running the system. I think it's in its final stage. Let's see. Optional mail. So okay. So let me ask: is the web app ready for browser preview? Browser preview. Confirm if the sign-in page is ready, and provide credentials for it. So I'm just chatting with my AI agent as we continue moving to the next step. Chat with it and then just tell it to do this and that and that and this, just waiting. So you see here it's telling you system browser or in IDE. I'm just going to say let's do it in IDE so you can see. There's a URL that is there, and as you can see, nothing is loading. It's actually blank, but it's telling us that everything is ready. So I don't know, let me see on this other browser. The page is not working. So I've tested it. I'm just going to copy and paste the error from the browser, which is like page isn't working. That URL you provided currently is unable to handle the request, and then the error is 502. These are some of the errors that usually come in when you have a 404 error. It means there is no page. So 502, each error has an issue. This is an error related to Nginx, which means that the upstream PHP FPM container isn't reachable, or the stack isn't up or healthy. Common reasons: container not running or crashed, PHP FPM not listening, permissions on storage, bootstrap or cache. Nginx can't resolve upstream, app key or migrations missing, causing 500s, proxy as 502. So when you get a 500, it means that there is denial of service. So recommended diagnostics: I'll check container status and logs and auto recover if needed. So this is what is actually doing. And then if services are missing because you are using the production stack, approve this instead. So I'm going to just say approved, and then let's see, because we have two stages. We have the development stage and then you have the production stage. The production stage is when you're deploying, but you don't have to deploy something that you cannot really see it, right? So we are going to switch back to the production stage. I did a mistake, so when you do that, you just have to run it and then see. The good thing is that if it fixes anything that will be fixed over here, it will be able to you can see the browser loading, or rather running, so what we've done is that now Docker is running something, it's building something. Let me see. So it's really, I'll check Docker service status, ensure the app key and permissions are set, restart containers, and show recent logs for app, and nginx to pinpoint the 502 course. So we need to look into that and fix it. That's what it's doing. That's the short and long part of that story. If you're joining us right now, just say hello. Hello, say hello. I would like to welcome you. It is not like TikTok where we say tap the screen. I don't know how to say that. Maybe we should say like the video and share and comment. Like the video, share and comment. Maybe we should say that. I know it's late. Some of us are getting tired. Even my voice is beginning to fade. And I'm enjoying this. It's really fun sitting and just talking to you. Also sitting and just talking to this AI tool. We've streamed for more than 1 hour, I believe. Maybe it's 1 hour and a couple of minutes, yeah. And we still continue doing so. We're not stopping until we see that something is going to happen. And something happens, then we will see what is not happening. Yeah. So that's what we are waiting. We're waiting. Now the connection is excellent. I'm happy. The YouTube stream is excellent connection. I'm really happy, and I'm hoping that this system is. Let me share this stream, so in case those who are here before have left, they can be able to actually follow through this live stream from wherever they are. Yeah. I'm just posting this on social media. Yeah, we are on social media anyway. Which social media are you talking about? Yeah, so I'm just sharing it in groups, so you know, yeah, and people can be able to follow through and see. So yeah, that's what is happening over here. and I'm hoping you're able to join. And I'm also happy and glad that for those people who've been here with me since we started, they've followed, some commented. You can just give us, your support is highly needed. Yeah, your support is highly needed. Your support is highly appreciated. Not needed, but yes, appreciated. The knowledge is just out there. You just need to go search it, do it, and really continue doing it every single day and build your skills. Do it, build every single day. Come up with ideas, unique ideas. All these ideas can be really, useful. Yeah, they are really useful ideas. And these are ideas that we need. That time of when you see ChatGPT, you're only using ChatGPT because to send emails. You've seen those kinds of posts where they say short adverts for AI. So you are using ChatGPT like that office secretary. You are only using it to respond, to help. You are using it to build your grammar. We have Grammarly, which is an AI tool. AI has been there for many years, by the way. We didn't know the way this AI can actually impact different aspects of our day-to-day activities. So let me see what we're having over here. It's saying that we can now log in. Let me see if it's actually working. So let me see. I don't think it's able to log in. We still can't run this. So there is still an issue. So sometimes you just have to question it, because the system also ends up hallucinating. And when it starts hallucinating, it can be frustrating. So it gives you this response, and that response might not be the ideal response that you actually need. So you always have to be very cautious, because the thing is, we are already running the URL here. So if there is an update, it should already refresh on this URL that we're having in preview here, IDE preview. If it doesn't show here, it doesn't update over here, then it means that whatever information is telling you hasn't fully been checked or audited. So you need to ensure that it goes back to the code, audits the code, and ensure that that specific port that it's saying is actually running. So no containers are running, both Docker compose files returned empty. You see? So if you do not understand that, you will see that nothing actually was running. So it's telling you the system is running, when in real sense nothing was actually running. So you always need to know, when it's saying Docker is running, go back to Docker, check for yourself, is it actually running, or ni mchezo? Is it jokes? Is it, so ensure that. So I have to copy those commands and then paste it over here and then approve them, so that it can be able to then command run them on Docker. When you see the system is working, you will see that this URL preview here will automatically update. So I have to authorize this to continue running and working through to the next stage. Again, when you're here and you're watching me, just say hello, Assalamu alaikum. It's really good. Engaging with the live stream is good. If you don't engage, again, we are not moving so fast. We need to reach as many people as possible, because It's late, I know. My voice is fading. I don't want to stop talking anyways, because you will be like seated here watching somebody who is not speaking to anybody. So I need to keep speaking, so I can, maybe there is something that is coming in my mind, I can be able to tell you. We just talking, we're just sharing ideas. These ideas are not ending anytime soon. Every single day you have an idea, think of a solution, work on it, build a digital product, market it out, sell it. The best way to market it out is by coming up with a web solution that can be able to sell that product without you being physically there to manage how it's being sold. For example, you've built this system, then you go build a marketplace. You don't need to build, you can go and publish it in a marketplace, whereby people will usually, you know that that's a marketplace that people usually go and buy codes there. For example, you can go and sign up for Code Canyon, or where, you know, people sell scripts and SaaS files, put it there, sell it over there. Or you can as well build your own e-commerce store and publish it and market it out and reach as many people as possible. People will come and buy those solutions. Or the best way that you can make even more money, I'm not a financial expert or a financial advisor, but this is actually what I think works. Meeting people who really need these services. Personally, I've met a few, and I can tell you from experience, those few that I've met, with the solutions that I've provided with them, have actually done something, you know. We've come up with solutions for certain institutions and they've actually worked. And I'm proud of being part of really ensuring that that thing works. So meeting people who really need this kind of solutions, and then you can be able to share with them. This thing is still not running. I don't know what's wrong, but I really need to see. The production stack is building and starting now. Fast build can take several minutes as PHP extensions and front-end assets compile. I'll proceed automatically once it finishes to generate this app key, fix storage, bootstrap, cache, and everything. Where to check app URL, this, and then also test credentials. So these are the test credentials that are there. Going to ensure, okay, so still it's building. It's telling me that there is give me an update. So I just need to see, give me a system update. So the other way that we could have done this, we could have installed something called XAMPP, which is a local database system that you can be able to run PHP and MySQL things, files, and everything. It's like your local server that you can be able to do that. And then when you do this, you create credentials there, and then you paste them over here, so that it's running on a port that is actually here. My laptop here, I've not installed that yet, so that's why I opted for Docker, and Docker is somehow misbehaving right now. So what you will see, so this is system updates. Docker production build in progress. Building node assets, PHP extensions, and app image. Fast build can take several minutes. So this is how it is. Compose stack using Docker, compose, production email, services, app, PHP, FPM, supervisor, and Nginx, DB, which is this is just the tech stack that is there. And then post, build, steps, queued. So this is the process. Generate, this is now what is next that is needed to be done. Generate app key, fix storage and bootstrap, permissions, run this code, command show container status. What you will use after start is app URL. So we have, this is the URL for the app, seeded credentials. These are the credentials that are there. and then notes. So the notes are, which will be port 80, is occupied. I can remap in the next to 88. Okay, so I think that's one of the issues. So the port that is there, which is port 80, was occupied. So we need to also look at how we can reroute it to another port that is accessible. Next actions, wait for build to complete, then I'll run migration seeders, confirm the login page is reachable, share any logs if interventions is needed. And this is the summary. Production containers are building now. I'll finalize key generation, migrations, and confirm the login page as soon as builders are built. As soon as build is finished. So let me check this build. Where are those builds? Builds. Yeah, we have builds here. So I have two active builds, and I'm seeing Chama Web, Chama.php. These are the builds that are here, and still I think duration. You cannot see this because it's on my Docker back system. So let me just ask it again. Cannot start Docker, compose. Okay, these are just notifications. I need to close them. So we have a system that is actually working. So the builds are active. So I don't know why it's not. Okay, have the builds been have the builds in Docker finalized? Because from my side, I'm seeing the builds are running properly. Waiting up to 60 seconds for command completion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 40, 60. We've already reached 60 seconds. Start giving us the response. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you so much for being here. Not ending this live now, but because we say the target is for us to see the build. You know, we need to see something. We need to see something. Something has to be seen. All the ports that I'm testing right now are occupied. I think I need to free this port. Port 8000 is also occupied. Port 3000. You know, I've actually run multiple web apps, and I've not like cleared them. Let's see. Okay, so this is how it is. The production Docker build is still running. Node builds stage has completed, so I don't know why build that Docker is. I'll wait until build finishes, then automatically generate this. Optional if you prefer faster fast run for testing. Okay, so let's go for this optional. Do this. We need to see the image builds, at least to see something, right? Of course we've seen something, but we need to see more. Yeah, we need to see the MVP, you know, the minimum viable product. We need to see that. We need to see, we've already seen that the code is generated, but for you to convince your client, they need to see something out there in terms of a design. Yeah, so let me just copy that and then run this command so we can generate images that have the system, and those images are what we need to see that will guide us. So yeah, as Docker is still struggling building for production, we need a preview, a preview set, a preview approach, and those are the image generations from what we already have right now. So when we get that, I assure you we will be able to, at least, that excitement. When you're building these things, the excitement is that seeing the product that you've done for a couple of hours. Yeah? The first time we did was, we did something called, what was it? The Smart Invoice Generator from our very first episode. Once we built that and people saw that it is actually happening within 1 hour, just 1 hour we were able to do that. Certain systems are different because of the framework that they are running on, also because of the what we call it, the languages that they are being deployed upon and they've coded upon. So that's why some of them you'll have those challenges to actually run them. But so that's the difference between what we did the previous time and this other one. So yeah, but I'm happy that we're here. So let me see. So this port, still insisting that this port is okay. Let us see if it's actually okay. Nothing is actually working. I think I better keep quiet and then read exactly what's happening. What I'll do next, ensure. Okay. So let's do this. We're just debugging to see exactly what's wrong with that port, because it's supposed to bring this success, and we still don't know why. My previous screen is gone off. I can't see anything. So bear with me. I might have difficulty switching from time to time. Yeah. Let me try to check it again. Should just load automatically, but it's not loading. I still am unable to load anything. There's some of the challenges you'll encounter when you're doing this. You'll always feel like what you're doing is not actually being delivered, or the questions that you're asking are not actually being delivered. So you really need to keep pushing and asking the progress. So we have Chama Web. Okay, yeah, I can see what's happening. I think I should just show you what's actually happening here. The builds are, let me see if I can share that screen. Let me see Docker. I think, yeah, so you can see Docker here. This is Docker, and these are the builds that have been done so far. Now there are 3. Before there were 2, and this shows you that they are active. They are still being built, so we've not yet finished. After it's done, it keeps building another one and another one until we fix that and ensure that it's working properly. So yeah, that is Docker, and this is Safari. We still we're not able to see anything. So recommended, I'll switch the production and then export mapping to this to avoid conflicts then. So continue sometimes it knows there's a problem. Okay, so kill, I think the best thing to do is kill all activities on the conflicting ports. So this port is active and works again. So there is those, you're trying to run traffic on a certain port, but that port is already occupied with something else. Maybe once we finished, we never actually cleared the database, we never actually cleared that file. So we have to ensure that everything that you're doing, once you finish that job, ensure that all those ports are activated and they are back to free spaces, free ports. So that diagnose port conflicts 80. So it's running this code, approve, continue, approved. So we do that. Now it's going to kill all the ports that are having conflicts, like 80, 8000, 3000, those ports were used in other applications. So we never actually cleared them, and we have to ensure that they are activated and open for other services to be able to run. So that's what we are doing, and you've already coded, the system is here, you are seeing the code, but you are not able to see the actual system. You're not actually able to see the functionalities, the UI, how beautiful it looks, the processes that are there, because of simple issues like this. Ensure that the environment that you're working on is really an environment that is already having all the necessary requirements that are needed for that app to run. So yeah, if you don't really check on these minor things, you will end up really wasting too much time. We are into maybe 2 hours now. It's almost 11. Yeah, I think by 11:20, if we've not yet found a permanent solution for this, we will have to pause it at there and then continue from there tomorrow. For now, we have to keep the heat until we see that this AI is actually doing something. Now it's using GPT-5, and GPT-5 Flow is the one that is responding to me. Yeah, it's the latest one that is here. So when you look here, you can see the models that are here, and the one that is active right now is GPT-5, which is having low reasoning. So you have to see, maybe I should put Cloud Sonnet. So I'm switching to Cloud Sonnet, which is actually one of the best language models. It gives you some accurate solutions, and it actually looks into it more critically and fixes it. So that's what we are looking at right now, and I want to just ensure that it's running without any issue. Yeah. For now, we have to keep the heat until we see that this AI is actually So it's really amazing. It's really amazing just to see that. But still, I'm not sure. Okay, so I need to copy this code and put it over here. So run that command and then wait for this port to be. Let me check if it's actually doing something. I don't know if it's doing something, but let me check. Nothing, still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Okay. So I'm just going to share with you this screen, so you can be able to see that that port is showing us this. So this is an internal server error. So the port that is telling us it's compiled actually has some internal server error, and you can see it. It has loaded it, and then you see, so SQL state internal server error. So this is just an issue that it's still fixing. So let's say run this, and we are here because it's now getting very nice. It's getting excited. I'm getting excited. The excitement is really, get localhost 8080. So yeah, PHP index, this is the code, and this is the page that we are able to just see the error that is there. And the good thing is, is Laravel. I like Laravel because it has these nice interfaces. You can see the light mode, you can see the dark mode, and it's interesting and good. So when you see these kinds of responses like internal server error, you see the 5 of 5, those, it means that there is something that is actually working, but it needs to just fix. So let me open it again and see. So it's still not doing anything. Let me open on a browser over here. So I'm just copying that IP that it's giving me, and then I'm trying to run it over here. Nothing. So let me go to this browser and then run that IP that it's given me and see what's actually happening. So we have Laravel has already been installed. This is the framework that we have. It's on this IP, and you can see Laracast, Lara News, Vibrant. So this is just the framework itself, and you can come to log in. Once you're here, you see we have the interesting, bits of, we are on localhost. Remember, we are on localhost, and this is running on port 8080, and then this is /login. So you already have this. Okay, so you can register the account or you can log in. So you see, this is what I was talking about. When you see this kind of first, you hear there is that MVP that is there, and then you see now, and it's interactive. So I'll just ask it, what do we have the credentials to log in? So we want those credentials to log in. Now this is really amazing part. When you start seeing these kinds of things, I'm asking our system to tell us whether we have those, and it has given us first of all, let me see, 8,000 login. I'm trying to run it in this browser here, and it's not this in the preview on the IDE itself, and it's not doing anything. So I'll just go out and see. So admin at Chama test, and then password. I'm not seeing any password here. So password is password, I guess. Okay, admin at Chama.test. So let me go there and see. Admin at Chama.test. Let me just copy it. Admin at Chama, then password is, I don't know whether it will log in, but let us see. We have logged in and we have our dashboard. How amazing. Now we already have this system. So what we have here is the basic Chama system that we have, and it's running on Laravel. And you've seen that now we can be able to log in with those credentials. Here we have a profile. When you come under this admin, you can be able to see, change password, you can be able to delete account. Why should I delete account? You can save the credentials, but you have a dashboard. So now what is remaining here, you see you have total contributions, we have month contribution, you have active loans, outstanding loans, and all this, right? So what do we need next? We already have different users, so let me test the other user. The other user was treasurer. So this is the admin. The one that we've seen is the admin. So we need to see the treasurers as the user. Of course, it is very basic, as you can see. I will log in, and by the way, everything that you're seeing over here in that Laravel interface can be changed. Password. So I'm going to log in. You can see how the treasurer looks, and they see there is total contribution this month, active loans, outstanding loans, active members. We have 3 members. Okay, so I'm going to log out and then log in with the credentials from the member. So we have a test member, which is member at Chama.test, and that's what I'm going to log in with. So just come log in, and then I'm just going to do this. I'm going to log in to that section, and the password is the same, password. When you log in, sorry, this has to be, you need to have that at, and then you see, so this is member, which has this kind of a user, and so you see the system, it's still allowing you that option to continue building it. Okay, so now that we have this dashboard, you know, we can upgrade it because you know it's running on Laravel. Okay, so we want to know that we have the dashboard, that we have a system that we've already built. Now we have a functioning system. Users can be able to access the system. Users can be able to really see what is actually happening. So I need to just go back to Windsurf and really go back to, actually not Windsurf, I'll go back to our ChatGPT prompt. We came to this, where was that? It was the last prompt. So the prompt we are saying here is we go to the tasks. Okay, the tasks is the objective, I mean. The objective is we need to develop a full stack Laravel web application that enables registration of groups. So we need to see that objective of registration of groups and members. We need to have it there. We need to have recording and tracking of monthly contributions. We need to have management of loans, payouts, and group funds. We also need to have auto generation of financial reports, summaries, role-based access. So so far we have the role-based access. If you ask me, that's what we have so far. We've seen the admin, we've seen the treasurer, and then we've seen the member. What we are lacking is the group enrollment form. So we need to see that. Also, I'm not happy with the dashboard. The dashboard needs to be slightly improved, right? We need that dashboard to, let's go back to the admin. Also, I don't want us to have, localhost port 8080. We want, when you come, the landing page should not be this. We need a landing page that is not showing Laravel. We need a landing page that is actually showing the organization, Sasa Chama. So let's just go back to that and start with there, okay? So we need to rebrand the landing page on the landing page. It should only have login or sign. Actually, it should only have login because it's members, or enroll sign up page. Sign up page on the side, on the left or right, on the right side, and on the left have a nice UI with the group branding. Go into details, also explain this. Expand, maybe you can say what, not expand. Now language is dying. My English is dying. You can also say, because you want, I'm not happy with how the dashboard looks like. We need it to be, the navigation to be on. We need the menu of the navigation bar to be on the left side. We need a navigation to be on the left side with menu items like dashboard, groups, members. So what really is a Chama? Chama is just a group of people. So we need to have members. We need to have dashboard. What am I writing? I'm writing dashboard. I've become too much Somali. Dashboard, members, loans. What else can we have? So we have that. Dashboard, members, forms. Let's go back to that thingy. Where is it? Registration forms, tracking numbers, and reports or analytics. Reports, admin, treasurer. Okay, and then just let's have another one which is just the rest, and we can add the rest as we continue. Okay, so I'm just going to run this prompt. It's so basic, but it's really an improvement that I think we should implement in this system. So far we have a running system, which is, you can see for yourself that the system is actually running without any issues. We already have, people can be able to, we have the users who are able to log in and access the system. Users who are able to log in and access the system. So I'm going to just accept, and when I accept, I'm actually allowing this system to upgrade its UI from how it is right now to something even much better. That's what we want to see. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. That's what we want to see. So it's still running the codes, running the system. Still, oh, let me take you back. I was running the prompt, so yeah, too much excitement, I think, and I forgot to bring you back to Windsurf. It's still waking. It's still waking. Welcome blade dashboard. So this is actually what's happening. Have jab. We have this at the views. Welcome. Okay, let's see what's happening over here. Doc type. Have the fonts for Pani. Dashboard route. Text. So you see, this is the welcome, that it's getting that page from there. We have to change. We need to rebrand that, and I'm happy we are still here. It's been like 3 hours. We're streaming for 3 hours. We said by 11:20 we'll be closing. I don't think we are closing at 11:30. I don't think so. I think we are still going to run this, because it was closing 11:30 on condition that the system is not working. But now that the system, you've seen, we've gone through it and we've done some troubleshooting, and you see that the system is actually functioning as we really want it to. So we are just going to continue, until we feel like we've reached a point of exhaustion. Yeah. When we reach there, then we are going to stop this stream. We're going to stop it once we reach that point of exhaustion. That's what we are going to do. That's what we are going to do. So first, let's create custom welcome landing page. So this is what it's actually doing. Now I will replace the welcome page with the custom landing page that has split layout you requested. Now I'll replace the entire body container with new split design. Okay, so as it's still doing that, let me just share with you something. I usually come to do something called you need to have a source of inspiration. Whenever you're building these things, you need to always have, where are you getting this inspiration from? Like this idea you're coming from, how do you want it to look like? The UI, how you want that UI to look like? Where are you getting the design inspiration from? And usually I go to sites like Dribble. So I'll just take you through that journey right now, so we can be able to explore this together. And let me go to the browser. Okay, with the browser. So let me go to Dribble. Is Envato elements. So when I come here to Envato elements or Dribble, I'll just come and really, let's say, I'll say dashboards, for example. Dashboard. So when I come here, I'm just looking for inspiration. It's UI. How do they do this? And we have multiple amazing UIs that we have here. So I just come, open it, and what I do is I take screenshots, or I simply download those images, right? So I just click save image. I don't know why it's not doing that now, so I'll just do that save image. So from dribble 1, so I'll just do that. So when I check and I see this is nice, this is looking nice, it takes time. You have to come and really go through these UIs and go through them and just see how this is saving you time, because you are not going to then use Figma to do your UI design. You don't need Figma. Yeah, you don't need Figma when you have this. Okay, so we're just using the shortcuts to ensure that we arrive at our destination, and that's what I'm telling you. These are the shortcuts that I will come see what people have done and the UI. It will not take this content. It is just taking the design, how the content has been arranged, the framework, the layout. And when I go to the prompts, I will say, I want this kind of layout in the dashboard for the admin. Retain the content that I have, only adopt the layout that is in this image. That is what I do. So after you do that, also on Envato elements, I'll come here and then I'll just go to web templates, and then I'll come and say CRM or whatever it is, dashboard. So when I come here, I'll be able to see lots and lots of them. So what I need, I'll just select admin templates. When I come to admin templates, I can see multiple of them, a lot. So it's me to really go through and pick which really fits my ideal visual, inspiration point of view. So I look at it and I want a system that looks like this. It looks so sophisticated, right? So that I don't have those terminologies, because I don't have those terminologies to go and start telling a Windsurf, pixel 2, from pixel 700 pixels to whatever, or 60% of the layout divide like this, or I need this layout broken into 3 columns, and then I don't have that time, right? I even don't have the technical terminologies to explain that to Windsurf for me to be able to be comprehensive. So I just take images and visuals, and then I just feed it on the system. I feed it as much as possible, and I tell it, run and adopt this, run and adopt this and run this, So when I do that, then the system will be able to do, and I'll just do this with you so you can be able to see exactly what I mean when I say that is what I do. Just running that. So you see the layout is already changing. The layout is already changing. You see now it is Chama Web. Manage your savings group and confidence. With confidence. Welcome to Chama Web Group. Sign in to your account or create a new one. Create account, and then this is demo credentials, which we have over here. Admin at this and this and this and this. Okay. So if I say sign in, okay, so this is create an account. Create an account will look like this. So this still, it is not that satisfactory, but it's still building. Yeah, so you can see how the build is actually transforming. It is changing bit by bit. You can be able to see, you are able to witness with me. We are witnessing this. It's been, I think, 3 hours, 2 hours, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, or 3 hours since we started streaming this. I know, if you're still here, I want to say thank you for staying for all that duration with me. Yeah, it's a really unique privilege that you get to sit here and we are just chatting with AI and building something smart, as you can see. So you'll be able to see how the system is changing with time and how it's transforming. You can see now it's very, very beautiful. Already we've achieved that goal. We've already achieved that goal. If you reload this system, you see that let me go back here. It's already, I saw on this browser, it's already looking nice. It's already looking nice. Put 8,000. Still, yeah. So the login thing is okay, but we want to ensure that it's implementing all the codes that we want. So I'm still instructing and giving it permissions. You can be able to follow through with me. It's still coding, and we can see, let me see in the IDE browser how it looks like. This IDE browser is really messed up. It's not showing exactly what needs to be shown. So I'll just go and preview it over here. In this section, where is it? So this is how it looks like. Laravel, where is it? It's the browsers here. So this is how it looks like. But still, if you look, this is when it has login. So I want this to change. Okay, I want this to change. So we still need to do some changes. I need to come over here. Let's assume that let us assume so it was like this. Now it's no longer like that. We've removed that Laravel thing. Let's come here and then do a system that is like landing page login. I'm just putting random words so you can see what is here on Dribble. So Dribble is telling us that we have, you see, these are the nicest ideas. So when I was trying to say I want this to look on the left, signing in on the right and everything, it's giving me that kind of a difficulty to explain. But if I come here, I already see other designers who've done this before. And then, of course, if you are to use your Figma, it will take you a couple of minutes to do this, yeah? So I think this one looks very nice. So I'm just going to download this image. I hope you're following through. And then I download this image. I'm going to say this is landing page. And then I will go to Windsurf. I will go to Windsurf. Let me go with you there so you can be able to follow through. So I'm on Windsurf and I'm going to upload the image. Down here, there is a small plus sign. You click it. Down here, there is a small plus sign. When you click it, it will give you the option to download image. You cannot see those images here because, yeah, I need to convert those images from web.dat to something else that can be able to. So I'll just screenshot it better. It's better if I screenshot instead of going the convert side. So I'm just going to where is that? So the image that we had downloaded is already here. You see, I've already added it here. It's here. It's over here. You can see. You can see very well. This is the image. So I'm going to say upgrade the landing page to adopt this UI. Okay, so I've just given, you see, photos speak 1,000 words. Do they say like that? So I put a picture and I tell it follow this, and then we wait for it to actually run. And that's what we are waiting for now. So that's what we are waiting for now. Photo speaks 1,000 words. Let us try to see whether that is actually the fact. If it's a fact, then yeah, we'll have to be communicating with pictures. You can imagine me coming to you, good morning, I'm saying good morning with a photo. I don't know how that will be like. How do you say good morning with a photo? You can tell me something. How are we going to be communicating with that? I mean, so you do that. You take that image inspiration and then you run it through. If you're able to see here, you see, I can see you want to upgrade the landing page to match the sleek modern design shown in the image. So it has already analyzed the image. This is really amazing. Let me update the welcome page to adapt these professional UI. It also knows that this is a professional UI with the dark theme, better typography, and improved layout. So it has already gone through over 195 plus codes, which are okay, and it is going to remove 66 codes on this welcome blade PHP. So this is a Laravel PHP that is called welcome. That is the landing page that we have in there. So it has gone through that code and it has deleted 66 codes, and now it is rebranding with new codes. It's coding original language using that framework for Laravel. So I'm just going to accept the changes that it's doing. I think the next time it needs changes, I'm just going to see. But usually when it's deleting the code, you see it has already removed 71 codes, 71 lines, strings of code. So it's really amazing. Yeah, it's really amazing that we are able to see how AI is able to improve our lives just in front of our eyes. You're able to code. So you see, this is another line of code that has to be removed. So accept it. Let me see whether we can, if we say so I'm just going to see this code. I will come here. I will come over here. It's a bit cold. Okay. I'll come over here and then. So let me go back to the browser and see what's actually happening over there. The browser we have is here. Let me reload it. You can see it's not that great, but it has tried something. It's just an issue of reorganizing it. It has really tried something, implementing those things. So, and it's telling you this is the best. I need to put back that code, that image again, just to remind it. Sometimes it misses the point. So amazing. So I'll just again appreciate it. When it's improving, appreciate it. Amazing. But still not meeting the desired results. Align the layout to resemble the image. So I'm just I know you are seeing the browser, but I'm back in this what is it called, Windsurf, and I'm just trying to say do something. Still the code is not that great, that layout is not good. So if possible, I know it's possible, but yeah, if possible, do exactly as it looks. Yeah, so we have really seen that this thing is actually working. So when you do that, it's going to tell you this. I can see the issue. Looking at the reference image, I need to make the design match exactly. The differences are large A logo instead of the credit card icon instead of the credit card icon. Akarna, whatever branding, I'll accept this, whatever. Different layout, proportions and positioning, more geometric angles, design elements. Okay, so that is mean, we need to have those curves, the shapes, it has to look really appealing and amazing. So that's what we're trying to say. Do this, do that, and do this. So I'm going to, let me switch back to the browser so we can track real time how it is actually changing, if it's actually changing. We need to see, is it changing or not? Let me reload and see. So there is that triangle Chama Web, which has already been added over there. Sorry. And then we need to see email, password. Do you have an account? And then this down here, there's a footer. We need to see that everything that is listed over here is actually implemented. We need to see that those elements are going to work. We need to focus on that. Brother, focus. So the UI still, you need to now panel beat and see. Now that's where the creative persona in you comes out, and you now do those changes, and you now improve on those changes that are there. That creative you comes in, that designer in you comes in, that individual who does things out of the box, you have to think out of the box, comes in. So these are just shortcuts. Instead of you going and the level of developing a system, you must have to design it in Figma. You must have to now do the development. These are two different systems. These are two different people. These are two different career sets. A designer and a developer these are two different things. But now with AI, you see the improvement is now coming in. So now that we've seen that, now you see it is aligning stuff. So I want this sign-in form, I want this layout to be so let me just give it another guide. Okay, great. So great, but I need the form to be centralized, to be centered, and yes, I need this. Okay, let's just do that first. Yes, I'm getting tired, you can see. But I'm really excited for us to really do something about this. Yeah, so you're seeing real time what is actually happening as we're doing this. You're seeing what is actually happening over there, and we just need to ensure that we achieve our goal at the end of the day. So let me reload and see. Yeah, so the content, you've seen that you see Chama Web, sign in. Actually this is better than this. So I'm thinking, if we have this and then you have this, why do we need to have this both? So I'm thinking, can we just get rid of this layout, this one, so we can have this, and then you can rebrand this instead, right? So this is what I'm going to say. I don't think we need the welcome page, as it actually has the same content as the sign in page. Delete it. And yeah, plus. So when you do that, you're going to now get rid of that page that is causing that kind of an issue with you. I'm going to add some water so I can be able to, you know, hydrate myself. I need to hydrate. I am in need of water. Water is in need of me, or I'm in need of water. Let me switch fast so you can see what's actually happening. Yeah, this is what's happening in the back end. So that welcome page was here. You remember that welcome blade something was here. You've deleted it. We have deleted that page. Now, I don't think tomorrow I'm streaming. I will not have voice. So I have to finish this today. So tomorrow we can speak, we can have something else to do, a rest day or something. And you see, when you try, yeah, now it's only taking you to login. There is no, when you click this, it's taking you to login. That's exactly what you wanted. So when you're here and you remember our credentials, even I forgot. Ya salam, ya salam, ya salam. Where is credential guy? Where are those credentials? Credentials. Oh, you know, I'm speaking. I'm assuming that you're seeing everything. So yeah. So let me accept this first. Okay, yes, they brought us the credentials also. Yeah, this is what I was saying. When you try to say, I want to log in, I want to go to this localhost dot, you know, port 880, port 8080 to take you to this. But no, it's giving us that ish page. This is not what we wanted. It had already fixed this. Okay, so that login is okay, no problem. We need to fix the alignment. We need to fix the login UI, improve how it looks like. So they removed that login from Laravel and retained the one that we started in the welcome page. So they just wired it there, move the content here to there. If you can see here, up here we have welcome.blade and this code is here, but the page was here, it's deleted. So that's why you see it's already red and lined, you know, crossed, you know, it's crossed. So we have to close this page because we don't need it. We are working on the login page and this is under the folder called authentication. So that is where we are, and I need to accept this so the UI in the login page can improve. So let me switch and see what's happening over here in the browser. Let me reload. It's getting better, still not good. I'm still not happy with how it looks like, but it's getting better. So I'm thinking, let me get another, okay, let me come to this site. Okay, I just decided, let me do something else. Oh, Thin Pixel, what's wrong with you? So that one is just there, but it's not actually working. Okay, let me check this one. This one looks like it's actually going to work. So let me view the demos. Default. Okay, so full view. I'm going to come to this. Not full view. I don't need that full view. Let me see how it looks like. Actually, it looks nice, but still it's not what we want. So let me see here. I just need to get the UI for sign in. Is it forms? No, this is not what we want. I need to see another form. So yeah, yes, authentication page. So sign in, this is how it looks like. For example, these two, not modern. This looks so old-fashioned. I don't like those kinds of UI, by the ways. So by the ways, let's find another one. Let's come here and see something from here. Okay, let's live preview this. So you go through this kit and you just need to see, okay, admin panel, and then WebKit. This is another. See, this is usually what we do. You come here and then you download a WebKit Flutter and admin dashboard that has this. This is just a system that now you can build on. So this is good, but I don't want this. I want in. What is in? So this, you see here, when you download this code, this is what we've been doing before. You download this code, this script, and then you start using certain components in this script, not everything, because again, you cannot use everything. We use certain components in this. So I'm going to this authentication and then look for the login. That login looks terrible. It looks terrible, but let me see. Authentication, login to, yeah, this looks better. So because it's simple, it looks like, so I'm just going to say screenshot this image, and then I will go back to Windsurf, and then in Windsurf I will upload that image reference. Let me see, maybe it has improved. Before I do anything, let me see what has happened. Maybe it has improved. It's still terrible. It's actually messing up everything. So I'll do this. I will do this. Go back to Windsurf and then go to this image upload image, and then I'm going to take like, this one was nice, but it seems like it didn't understand, so I'm just going to use this. So I'm just giving it command. I want a login page similar to this. Design the UI, upgrade the current UI to resemble this one. Of course, we will talk about another IDE that we are using, another software that we are using, which is also nice. Actually, that one is better, is even more accurate. When you give it the image reference, it will do exactly like that. Sometimes you see now, when you see here, all these red codes are going to be deleted. So when you do accept, it deletes and then redesigns everything for you. So We will do another one. This is, we've done so far, we've done Casa, we've done 2 web applications with Casa. This is the second application that we are doing, and we've started today with Windsurf. Windsurf has, this will be the first web application that we are doing with Windsurf, live streaming it. It's not the first that I'm doing, but it's the first that I'm live streaming with everybody to see the process. And you've seen that we've started from scratch. We've not like bought anything or the codes or anything. We just came, the idea was in our head, we thought about it harder, how best can we improve it, and then we moved with it. So we've ensured that this is actually working. It's actually working. So you've seen, yeah? So it's just an issue of, you have an idea of problem, think of the solution, build that solution, and then sell it out there, put it out there, let people benefit from the solutions that you're providing. And you've seen that we've gone through the ChatGPT ideas. All those ideas are unique, and those are not the only ideas that ChatGPT can give you. When you're using ChatGPT to send emails and compose emails, you are actually limiting your own potential, because you can develop crazy ideas. Ideation is at the core. Those people who are able to come up with ideas that are able to be transformed into something else are the ones who are actually right now doing very good in technology and in most of this industry that you keep admiring every day, right? So if you're able to do something that is going to uplift you in the future, then that is what you should be doing. That's what you should be doing. So now we are here, and enough with those philosophical statements. Let us see what Windsurf is actually doing. Maybe it's not doing what we actually told it to do. So yeah. But it's fun. It's very interesting. So you've seen, it's done this. This is what it's doing. This is what it's doing. I still don't understand why it's making this thing full page. I still don't understand, because it's not supposed to be. I never told it to make the sign in page to be full page. These elements are not supposed to be full page. Yeah, they are not supposed to be full page. The UI is not the best. So we're just playing with these UIs, and you see that it's really trying to struggle and do something. So I'll just go back and tell it this is terrible, I'm not happy. I'll tell it, and I'm going to be rude a bit. I remember telling you be polite, but when it's time wasting your time, you have to also tell it so it can be able to understand that it's wasting some time, right? It's wasting some time. This is terrible. I do not know why you made the sign in page contents full page. Can you, so I'll go back to that image that we did before. Can you redo the design to adopt this UI? You remember the black one with that A? I like that one because it's looking more beautiful. So I'm going to take this, then I'll give it. The good thing is that once you hit a milestone, there's that excitement that is there. It's like some sort of addiction. You feel happy. You have hit a certain milestone, and then you want to do it more. Yeah. After you do that, and then you hit another milestone. So you remember we said by 11:30, 11:20 we will stop. Now it's at 11:37. I think we are going to stop at 12. Maybe you can stream until the morning. You never know, because that excitement is there. Yeah. But again, this is just to cover for if you have time. And if you don't have time, then you don't have to really stick around. You can just, you know what to do. You know what to do. Yeah, you can scroll. You can scroll. You can roll the mattress and sleep, because it's late. And this video is also being recorded, so you can actually come back tomorrow and watch it. Yeah, but it's really fun for you to be here with me and interact with me. But you're not saying anything, you're just there watching. You should say something. Say hello, I'm learning something, or hello, you're wasting my time. Say something. Yeah. So anyway, AI is really doing much. It's really doing much. Artificial intelligence is at the core of innovation. We've come through lots of, the stages of technological improvement have advanced at high levels. When you look at the agrarian revolution, starting from that point where agriculture was the thing, and really mechanizing production systems with the innovation and tools that are going to make farming easier, more accessible, more fast. That's the agrarian revolution, And then you had the industrialization, where you have, I'm taking back history lessons, so you can understand and learn to appreciate how technology is really affecting, and it's at the center of transformation. It's at the center of every human being's growth. So when you look at that, you get to appreciate the level at which we are right now. The industrialization. That's when you see these industries coming up. When you see the scramble for Africa, guys coming and saying, I'll partition this continent into companies, and then I'll be able to get the resources and then take them to my country and build industry there. That's industrialization, right? And that's where, the slavery thing came in, and all those kind of things happened. What does that tell you? For us, we have those resources, natural resources. That's the role that Africa played. We had the natural resources, we still have it. We export it out there. It's being processed, and then you're being sold those products from those natural resources 10 times the price. We don't have any value additions mechanism. Now we came to that information or transformation time, Too much information, technology is still there, the social media age. Now we have the innovation and the digital age. And at the center of it is AI. You are still there consuming, dancing on TikTok and doing those kind of things. You're not innovating anything. Sijakuja kusomea. I'm sorry. But that's just a wake-up call. Like, we need to do something. We really seriously need to do something to improve our status as young people. We seriously need to do something to improve our status as young people. My screen went off. I cannot see anything in the preview. That's why I'm frozen. I have to speak a lot until I fix it. Until I fix that mess that is in front of me. So that's the reality, and we have to we need to see what we can do. We need to see what exactly we can do to improve our lives, to change and transform our lives. We need to see what we can do about that. So as you can see here, it's really trying to do something, but it's not yet done. It's not yet done. It's still struggling to do. I'm still not happy. I'm totally not happy. So I'm really not happy. I'm really not happy. The content in the login page should not be full page. So let us just remove it from full page and then make it like in a box or something. After that, then you can give it further commands. I hope you're watching. I hope you're watching and you're following through. We only have 2 viewers. Oh, these 2 viewers are... Now I can see who is watching actually. I can see from here. Before I was struggling to see, and thank you. I mean, just watching all that time, 2 hours, 3 hours, being here watching, that is a good thing. It's a milestone, it's a plus. And we have to, people are coming and going. I can see the growth is going 6, 7 here, and then now it's went back to 2 viewers. Big up, big up for you being here for all that time. Thank you so much. So when you look at this, we are still struggling to constrain that thing, that UI. That UI into that. I don't know what I can do there, but you see, when you have these kinds of images, you are able to really make some changes that are going to improve how your designs look like. This let me accept here so we can be able to do that. I've accepted, but it's still not. So I'm going to go back to Windsurf. I'm going to go back to Windsurf, and then I will improve that later, but I need to move to the next. So let's just move to the next so we don't get to waste too much time. We don't need to really waste too much time here. Let me see, where was the credentials again? Where was the credentials? Credentials. We've really talked too much, yeah? Credentials. Yeah, so we're here. Admin, yes, admin at chama.test. Okay, so I'll try to remember that. So we need to log in to the system. So I'm logging in the system. Admin at chama.test, and then password is just that, as it comes. The UI even in the dashboard changed. You can see. So I want this dashboard to also change. So this is what I'm going to do. The image that we had talked about, the dashboard, is what I'm going to have it here. So I'm going to just I'm going to just do this. This is the image. I'll show you shortly. I'm sure you're seeing. I'm sure. Oh, you're not there. Let me go to Windsurf. So when you're here, this is the image that I've uploaded here as the point of reference that I want the admin dashboard upgraded to resemble this dashboard. All content in it should be implemented. Okay, the reason I'm saying this is because I want it to just code that thing the way it looks like, and then you can be able to now possibly go and remove what is there and then retain something else. Okay, so implemented, I forgot to say implemented and aligned to our web application. Anyway, let's see that redesign, how it's going to look like. Let us see how it's going to look like. So as it's doing that, browser and reload it. Oh, our internet again has started misbehaving. I think we are going to stop in like 12 minutes from now. So we stop at 12 on the dot. What will have happened? Yes, we've already built a system. I'm going to also improve how it looks like in the course of the day tomorrow, and then we ensure that it looks better. And then whenever we do another live stream, we'll just give a continuation of, and I'll give you a background, and I'll give you the information of whatever we did to improve it. It's to upgrade it. Yeah. So I think that's what we'll do. Right now we just wait and see how Windsurf is doing, whatever it's doing. And so far, just to give a debrief of whatever we've done so far, I really am happy of what we've done. We've achieved something. The web page is working. You've seen those credentials are there. You can be able to log in. You are able to access content. You're able to see what is not happening over there. You're able to see, and you have the good things that you have the code in your machine. And you only paid, let's say, $20 or $15. In this case, we paid $15, right? $15 in, let's say, local currencies like Kenyan shillings is like 1,800, right? 1,800. You can pay that money monthly and build web apps. Think of ideas, write them down, and then build those systems. After you build those systems, then go and sell. I know the people who are watching this and those who will be privileged enough to come and watch this on their own time will appreciate the level of technical expertise that AI is really giving out. It's for free. What we are seeing here is democratization of technological entrepreneurship. So you don't have to go and hire a software engineer who is going to charge you like $7,000 for a project like that. When you see a system that we built the previous time within 1 hour, the system that we built, which was an invoice generating system, that system, you can get it for like $3,000 or $2,000 with annual maintenance fee, and that is a system that we literally built with $20 subscription on a monthly basis. We're not paying again for that system. We already built it. What we'll be just doing is to maintain it at zero cost. You understand? So when you have an AI agency, which is an idea that ideally most young people should be thinking of, an AI agency that can be able to manage all these things, come up with a solution, build this, fix that, do that, then you're able to do a lot of things. That democratization and accessibility of systems that were not there before, now we are able to really get those systems, build on those systems, improve on those systems, and do a lot of things with those systems. It's really, really nice. Yeah, I'm seeing some improvements. Let's see what's happening over here. So this is what we've seen so far. So far the UI has upgraded. It's starting to look a little bit nice, but I'm still not happy. What Windsurf has done, so it's not that good. We need something better. We need an improvement. It is not the ideal UI that I'll go for, but yeah, we need something else. So we have welcome to admin user, the team success stars, make da 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 da. So we have this Amina, who I don't know who these people are. We've already left that Chama thing, so yeah. So let's see what it's building, and then after that we can now be able to decipher the code and remove what we have to remove and retain what we have to retain. I think that's the best way to look at it from now moving onwards. Let me try to again plug in that extended screen so I'm able to switch easily. I need to do that. Yeah, we're back to the screen, so let's see. Technologies. Okay, let's run this. Let us run this. It's running. It is running faster. So here we have this. What do we have? It's already done that. It's really not good, but yeah, somehow we've done some improvement. So at least there is some changes here and there, which I think is not bad. You've seen that the web application is not that much visually appealing. It's already there, it's working. You've seen there is terrible alignment of content. The content here is not that great. The menu, we've not implemented the nav bars. So I think we need to go back to do something. Okay, using Tailwind and adopt modern designs to make the dashboard more appealing. Now it is, and it looks so basic. So you see, you're just telling it how it is. You see the improvements are there, you appreciate, but it is not the best product that you would like to give out. So you have to mention that, so that the system, we are able to understand that we've done something, but it hasn't really met our expectations. So we need to improve that. So it is changing now. You see, okay, let me take you back. What I'm saying, I said let's adopt some Tailwind UI. So when you go to, what exactly is Tailwind? Tailwind, okay. Tailwind is a CSS, cascaded spreadsheets. And then you come to, let's see, how does really Tailwind look like? So it's a framework that organizes and creates a nice UI and layout. So Tailwind is there to ensure that how people see the product is actually appealing, visually appealing. So that is what Tailwind really is. So you see those visual aspects, you see all those dynamic options that come in, the color, connect color, everything, those, you know, interactive things that you're seeing over here. So when you look at this, you already feel like Tailwind is a good thing. So, and because we are building this system on Tailwind, we need to show, we need to give these commands to ensure that it's actually building something that looks nice. So what usually happens is developers use these frameworks to make building a website or a web application much faster, much easier, without encountering time constraint, without hitting, you know, so that you can be able to hit your deadlines as agreed upon. So when you understand these frameworks, then you can be able to really do something to the best expected, to the best way that it's expected to be done. So here, when you come Tailwind, these are some of the themes that are there. I'm just showing you some of the themes that are in Tailwind, and they are really nice themes for the websites. You see, if this is built using the CSS Tailwind, then what is stopping our system here from reaching that level of beauty and appealability? So this is just one of it, and then let's check what Laravel is, because those are the systems. All these are running on PHP. Yeah, all these are running on PHP, and PHP is a language that we use to. A good example of PHP as a CMS is what we call WordPress, which is a CMS that does that. But just for beginners understanding, this is a framework with a robust ecosystem, and it's good because it's customizable. You can do anything on that. The good thing with it is that you can be able to have all these customized kinds of frameworks. Now you see, you're building your system with this framework Laravel, and then the CSS that you're using is Tailwind. Yeah, some use JavaScript, Node.js, and everything there with TypeScript. So you need to have the back end and the so what is doing the UX and the UI, what we call like that. So this is the framework, and you've seen what is really happening over here. It's open source, and it's you're able to do a lot of things with this kind of a framework. Database migration, testing. So this is what is in the back end. It's not about visuals, or this is about in the kitchen, how the kitchen is being done, how everything behind there is looking like. You see this kind of a UI. You see this telescope. That's just a theme colors. When you're using your mobile phone. So this is Tailwind, and when you come to the docs, this is where you get to see how the scripts really is. If you are to begin with working with this, you have to install Tailwind on your work environment. Is it Mac OS? Is it Windows? Is it Linux? And then you can be able to start working with Laravel. So whenever you're building a system with Laravel, this code is already there, this framework is already there, you just build on it. That environment is already created, you're building on it. So it's much better, much easier, much faster to deploy it. One of the things, I think what is happening, I think I'm speaking too much. Sometimes The excitement is getting too much. Let's just accept this. Okay, let's see what is actually happened in the back end here. What is actually not back end in our browser. So let's see. Okay, it's not good. It's actually messed up. It's not good. But these are things that are in terms of alignment, you see. They're just alignment issues. Alignment issues. So when the easiest way to do this is just screenshot and then go to Windsurf and then request it to fix those misalignments. Fix. I'm sure you're not seeing anything, so let me just go back there so you can be able to see. Fix these misalignments. These misalignments. So I'm sure it's trying to ensure that, and also some of the things, these things is because the cache, the database that you're building on, you know, we are not working on production. This is on development. So when you're developing, some of the things is that build that you're working on, sometimes it has cache files, and those cache files sometimes you need to clear them and then rebuild it. So because usually there is something called dead codes and unused files. So when you're coding and you find that, especially with AI, there is a code that is being changed and it's being, you know, rendered redundant. Maybe it has added another line, and it, you know, for better performance, functionality, and improvement. Certain codes are being, you know, they're just there, but they're actually not having any functionality. So you always have to ensure that before you deploy on production, you clear all the dead codes, you clear the cache, you also clear all the unused files, so that the project you're working on is light, and now when you deploy, you can now build the cache on that deployment server. Then it's better. It's like being repackaged in a better way. So these kinds of issues you're seeing in the image here, in the browser here, is because some of the times it comes because of the compilation and cache conflicts and those kind of things. So you have to really go through it and then analyze, ask it, why are we having this kind of alignments, misalignments, and then how can we fix it? And then it will be able to fix for you. I think we've really gone through, we've gone far, and you know, we've really streamed too much. It's like 3 hours and a couple of minutes. So I'm just trying to ensure that these things are okay. So it's really checking the code and realigning it and ensuring that everything looks nice. But the dashboard now it's starting to look nice. You see, you have dashboard, log out. Then up here we need to see that these icons are properly arranged. Here it's properly arranged. The calendar is messed up. We need to do that calendar in a different way. I don't know why we're having job applications. So it's a Chama application, not a job application. So definitely we'll have to come back to this system and fix all this. For now, I think it's a wrap for us, so we can be able to also have time to rest and maybe meet again tomorrow. I don't know whether I'm not sure whether we'll meet again tomorrow because of my voice cords. I don't want to hurt my voice cords. I might end up losing my voice. The whole day I was doing a lot of things and shouting and, you know, doing this and that, and I thought I will actually stream for 1 hour. I really thought I'll stream for 1 hour, and then the internet had some issues, so fixing that and doing this, and we got through all those obstacles together. I felt like it will be a disservice for me to just end the live without you having to see how really we are fixing certain components of these projects with AI. And so far we've really done a lot. You've seen that even though the site is not that appealing, it's not the way we actually want it to look like, but there is something at the end of the day. There is proof of concept that this system is actually working, and I think at this particular juncture it's the right time for us to say we can meet again tomorrow or another day. We'll announce it officially. It's out there officially. Streamings are supposed to be every day for 1 hour. Today we've done it for I think 3 hours. Yeah, it's 3 hours and something. 3 hours exactly and something. So I want to appreciate everybody who came through and streamed with us, engaged with us, and just supported us in this stream. I want to appreciate everyone who went through for those 3 hours with me all through to the end. I want to appreciate you from the beginning until this particular time, and I also hope that you learned something. I hope that this is going to be a wake-up call if you've not yet woken up to do something about AI and implemented it in your daily activities. Also, as we continue doing this, by the way, we are in the web app development. We have an application for mobile app development, which also we'll have time to look at in the near future. But we have a special one, which anytime that we feel like we've really talked too much about webs, we'll talk about content creation and how to also look at it differently. Not the sensational kind of content creation. We'll have to look at it in a different way, and how we can really go through using AI tools to ensure that they improve our productivity and output in terms of storytelling. We need to do something about AI, not about. We need to do something with AI about our careers. So see you next time when we have a live. I hope to see you again very soon, inshallah. Good night and good morning from wherever you are.